Hello, everyone. This is Tamika Russell. I am the sole developer and founder of the 8 Cycles of Wellness program. Thank you so much for logging back into my channel. I am your own personal life purpose coach again. And also, I hope you guys have been listening to those videos on my channel because they're very interesting. So I heard. And also, if you would like to follow along with today's program, you can log on to www.8cyclesofwellness.com. Today, we will be going over cycle 7, and that's session 50, respecting others' boundaries. And you won't have to listen to a long video of just me talking because I have some wonderful guests on here with me today. And when you get to meet these young ladies, you are going to be blown away because they are very, very exciting. And you're also going to get to meet the lady who will be hosting the Season of Sisters show. And that show is an offspring of the 8 Cycles of Wellness show. And you'll get to meet these ladies today. So hopefully you stay tuned for the entire show so you can get some great insight. And remember, all information that comes on this show is for self-reflection purposes. So you use it for what you need it to, for situations you've been through or situations that may come up. So remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and set an alert because you never know when Tam will be talking. So let's introduce Tisha Williams.
Hi guys, how you doing tonight?
All right. And next we are going to introduce Tiffany Simpson.
Hi, how are you? Good to be here.
And we are definitely going to introduce April Thompson. Okay, April's not visual today because she has an appointment, but I tell you one thing, she is definitely going to be verbal today because she has a lot to share. And we already have a guest. Now, this guest is going to be with us today, and her name is Leah. So let's introduce Leah as well.
Hi, everybody.
Leah, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And April, you with us? All right. Here we go. Okay, so everybody is here with us. So today we're talking about respecting others' boundaries. Oh, wait, I think we have another guest. Look at this. Oh, we are filled up today. All right, come on and state your name.
Shantia.
Yes. Listen, we are all in the house and we are going to answer these questions. Hello, beautiful. Okay. Listen, and my daughter is here, Tiffany. We got daughters and mothers. So
my two daughters.
Yes, so this is great because of the fact that we are talking about boundaries, and we know sometimes, when it comes to mothers and daughters, there can be some boundary issues. So we gotta definitely talk about these boundaries, ladies. Yes. We gotta talk all about these boundaries, ladies. We got to get into it now. All right, so now we're gonna go over the questions, but we're also gonna go over, just some things, just talking in general and all that kind of good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now when it comes to boundaries, like who sets boundaries for you? Like who's the one that sets your boundaries? Like I know we have like ways that we grow up, but who would you say sets boundaries for you?
Well, personally, I set my boundaries.
Okay.
The goals are set based on my religious beliefs and upbringing and all that other good stuff. Based on what mom taught me, grandma taught me,
Right. So I agree with that. So anybody else have something to say about that? Tiffany, yes, you don't have to raise your hand, just jump on.
I feel like my religion set boundaries for a long time. So now I'm learning to set my own boundaries.
Now that's true. Like you said, religion could set your boundaries, and then it's kind of like you're not sure what you need to do, different things like that. April, you have anything you want to share? Because you are definitely with us.
Okay, all right. So you jump in when you get ready to jump in. Yes, we don't want to leave you out. Okay. So, and I think, like you said, boundaries are like our home. So it's kind of like that's the home we live in, our temple. We set boundaries with our, within our temple. So, and that's our home. So, like you said, even if we leave our gate open, nobody better not come in there with just assuming they can just walk right in, right?
That's right.
And the door could be unlocked, the door could be swinging open. Maybe we just forgot to close it back, but don't you come walking in there. And that is the truth. That is the truth, right?
Right.
Okay. So now we got let's see. So the what question, it says, what are some ways you can show respect to others' boundaries when socializing? Because we socialize, you know what I mean? So when you socializing, like, how can you show respect to other people's boundaries?
By listening, having an opening ear, giving them a chance to speak before you say anything. I have a problem with that sometimes. Sometimes I be so excited about the conversation, I tend to talk ahead of what they're saying. So sometimes I'll be like, wait, 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 wait. But sometimes you got to listen so that you can give an open and honest opinion before you speak.
Right, right. Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay, well, I have something to say about that. When it comes to other people's boundaries and socializing, I think you have to be observant. I'm sorry. Okay, all right. I think no, no, no. Go ahead. I want you to speak. Okay, I was saying that when it comes to socializing, especially, like, it can always be something that's kind of like, I'm not really sure. So I think we really just have to kind of like be observant. When it comes to socializing, we have to be very observant, because it always comes to something where it's like, I'm not really sure. We're never really sure. So I think when it comes to social, because every people got, like Tiffany mentioned, religious beliefs. People have all these different kind of social skills, and some people don't have social skills, and they're just like very sensitive. Some people don't like to be touched. People have so many different issues. I think you got to be like so observant, and if you're not observant, just ask. Is it okay that I do that?
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of times, because I could be so blunt, and that's how my family is. That's how I was raised. You could be very blunt and very open. Everybody's not used to that, and I had to
Mhm.
learn. And as I got older, like, you having more, more adult conversations, and you talking to people about more intimate things. Like, you start everybody is not for the blunt and you gotta learn how to take the cat. But I will say, what they're okay with makes it easier for you to kind of gear how much to say, what not, and that's helped a lot. But I also know that I've been blunt with a lot of people, and they respected it and they accepted it because they knew it was coming from a place of love. Because I had a relationship, so I think that to do with it too, like dynamic and building a bond before you say and do certain things too.
Right, right. And that's true. Like you said, you got to be aware of the relationship you have with them, and also checking in, checking in, you know, to see what kind of relationship you have with them. Because you may assume that they're comfortable with certain words, that you call them a certain thing, and then you turn around and they're like, I'm not comfortable with that. So, like you said, checking in. All right. So that's great. The next one is, I feel like I'm echoing.
You are.
Let me. Yeah. Let me. Yeah. I'm gonna. Let me try to.
You
No,
guys
I'm
hear
not
her?
echoing.
Can you guys hear her?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on. You're on. Well, remember.
Could I just put it on?
It's no, it's good. Okay. Yeah, she's shaking.
Aaliyah.
All right. Now let's see. Now boundaries can be tricky too, right? So now let me ask this question. When it comes to different places, like you can go to different places. What's a place you can go where you're like not sure of boundaries?
Were there not who?
Where you may not be sure of boundaries. Like you like
Oh, like a club when you go out to party or a bar. People don't always understand or respect your boundaries when you go out to party at a club, a bar, and places like that because they're drinking and they let down their guards and things of that nature. So they're not aware of what's going on. Their sensories and everything are different at that point.
it's true.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's interesting.
What you said?
During sex.
During sex, definitely. Definitely. But boundaries are but in sex there are different boundaries because people do some people do things and people don't. It depends on your partner, how comfortable you are.
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Yes.
that.
I don't know if we want to touch that right now. Anybody got any input on that one? Boundaries during sex.
Let's talk about that. Where's your girls go, Teach?
Their phones keep jumping in and out. Anybody, my daughters, anybody want to jump in?
April, let's talk. April, you brought it up. Let's talk about that. Boundaries during sex.
My daughters would have been good to answer that question.
Now that's a good one. Huh? What about boundaries during sex?
Oh, okay, that just got grown and sexy. Look, she just got excited. I'm here for it. We need a man for that question. Yeah, we need a man. Do he have any boundaries during sex? We need a man for that question. Any men in here?
To tune in. We need a man to tune in. Oh,
where's the brother at? Where's your brother?
Tell
him to wake up. We need his input.
Hold on, let me see.
Uh-oh. So we need him to chime in.
That's a great point because, like you said, some men have boundaries and then some don't. So some men are kind of like, I don't want that finger in my butt, and then some men are like, go ahead with it. I'm with everything. So men have to set boundaries as well.
He said he not with the finger in his butt.
Okay, so
no, we need him on the screen. We need him on the screen.
Sorry, shut up.
I'm so glad about that.
Well,
come on, sweetheart. We need you in this question.
Okay, now this is my son. I'm so glad that he, you know.
Okay. The question came up about sexual boundaries.
I mean, there's always going to be some type of boundary.
What kind of boundaries do men have with sex?
I mean,
what's a definite boundary when it comes to like butts? How do I ask my son that? I don't know.
What boundaries do men have when it comes to sex? And what body parts are off limits or on limits?
What body parts are off limits? There we go. That's a good way to put it. See, she always help me out.
As a guy, no guy wants like a girl touching or like messing with his butt. If he does, that's a little suspect. But I think everything else is free game.
What about
now? Now, are you talking about the butt or the butthole? Because there's a difference, right? The butthole. Because there's a difference.
So no toss it solid. So don't toss his salad.
Don't no
So
tossing
don't
of the
smack his
salad.
butt either.
She said what?
Don't smack his butt either.
You can smack it, baby.
Okay, so what about? So,
I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready.
You know the conversations get hot. You
April, go ahead.
I can't.
I'm putting back on
I'm not doing this shit up in here. Wait a minute, I'm about to text them.
April said, are we ready?
Wait a minute. We need y'all to
Wait, I can't hear April. Okay, April just asked a question. Is that directed to Derek? Oh, good Lord. Go ahead, Derek, go back on.
You about the gooch?
The what?
the gooch, the space between the butt and the.
They have a name for that?
Yes.
There's a name for that?
The gooch. We call it one thing, they call it the other.
It's called a gooch. So she's saying if you're going towards the gooch and you accidentally touch the other thing, she was getting inappropriate. All right, let's go to the next topic.
Why you laughing? Don't be scared now. Because I got something to say about it.
I don't even know if the man is on the line. Like.
Yes, but the man is my son. But he's grown. He's grown. He's grown.
You hear her.
Huh?
What did she say?
She was saying something about the gooch. And if you slip.
So actually, you gotta back up after that.
It might not be an accident.
She said it might not be an accident.
Okay, let's put the screen back on my daughter.
What I was much worse, to be honest.
Oh my goodness!
I missed the word, but I missed it.
He said about the gooch, and he said if you slip up and get down there, you better fuck up out of there.
I know that's right.
I need some water. Niche, bring me some water.
But
I need water.
But I want to say this. I want to say
You
that
slip.
guys are depending on the guy, and depending on the experience, and depending on where you know them from, there may be different levels of comfortability.
Exactly. It depends on how long you've been with them.
I've personally been to like lifestyle events, and when you go to lifestyle events, guys are a lot more open to other things that your typical guy wouldn't be.
Exactly.
Lifestyle event.
Never. You still stuck somewhere that you shouldn't be at this point in your life.
Let me put my glasses back on.
I think I need to be hanging with your daughter.
I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here.
You need to go out with your daughter.
I see what's going on here.
You need to. And Tiffany, I'm taking your number after the show.
Oh no, you won't. April, you hear this craziness? Respecting others' boundaries. April, they're not even respecting my boundaries right now.
like her.
Yeah, we can go to the next question. April, you don't have any more questions, do you?
Think about the fight over there.
You have any more questions?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Now I'm a personal life coach again. Okay, my name is Tamika Russell. I'm a personal life coach. I am going to the next question, which says,
These boundaries are getting, we pushing the limits here. We push the limits on boundaries.
Lord. Okay.
We push the limits.
No, I'm ready for it. No, but you know what? They're comfortable talking about it because I talk to my kids. I'm ready for
I was
it.
about to say, Ma, we had a real scary conversation just
And see, okay, here's the thing, y'all. My kids are with the show, but where they're at, their signals keep on in and out. One is traveling, and the other one, her phone, the signal just keep on in and out. And I wish that they were on the show because their answers will be similar to yours. And it's funny. That's why I wanted them on this show. My kids are so comfortable with this topic. It's not funny. We will all be up here cracking up right now.
No, it's okay. Listen, if we don't talk about it,
it won't be done. It won't be done.
It has to be talked about because at the end of the day, you want everybody to stay safe. You want everything to be kosher, clean. Gotta be clean.
Here's the question I have. What about boundaries when it comes to parenting and children?
That's true. That's true.
Now,
I think I'm great with that.
Here we go. What is it that we do when it comes to our kids? What is it that we won't accept or what we won't do when it comes to protecting our kids and setting them up for life, preparing them for adulthood? What is it that we won't do?
Wait, April said, say it again.
What is it as parents that we won't do when it comes to setting our kids up for adulthood? Because there's certain things that we need to talk to them about, such as sex, finance, and life in general. So what do we talk about with our kids? What boundaries do we not cross? Because, you know, there's things out there that our kids are not ready for, like drugs, you know what I'm saying? Crime. I'm telling you, things like drugs, like addiction, crime, you know what I'm saying? Where one-on-one crime, where people come up with like guns, rape, different things, you know what I'm saying? So, assault, you know what I'm saying? Things that some parents don't dare not talk to their kids about. Finance, setting them up for financial, literacy that don't get taught in school the right way. Right. So what are the boundaries when it comes as a parent that you do or do not talk to your kids about, and at what time do you feel like you should have those conversations?
Well, I think first you need to make sure you're properly educated because you don't want to mislead.
Right.
That first and foremost is, I believe that first and foremost is important because you can be misleading. And I don't think there should be any boundaries. As much as you know is as much as you should share.
Right. Especially with your children.
You should share. Absolutely. I don't think there should be any boundaries. When it comes to their safety, you got to respect the parent that goes all out. When it comes to their mental health, their physical health, any kind of anything. If you have something that is worth it to share with your children, I think as much as you know, you should share. I mean, because you can't share what you don't know.
Exactly. I consider it life experience because your children need to know things because the outside world is not rose-colored, and those rose-colored glasses, they come off quick sometimes for our children. And we can't protect them from outside.
And it's coming off quicker. Like 13 years old, so the conversation at 15, 16, I have to have with a much younger.
Yeah, because a lot of girls are coming out, they're getting pregnant at early ages, 12, 13, 14. And this is just exactly. And then when they become parents at that age, it's not them that's parenting, it's us, the parents.
That's your baby.
So those boundaries,
can't take care of a baby.
Those boundaries are those are the boundaries that we have to worry about with our kids. And then it's like, it's not that we didn't tell them about sex. It's just that those predators we didn't think were out there are out there.
Oh, they're there.
Yeah, because they're in the schools with them.
I think the biggest thing, the thing that I think my parents for is always making me feel comfortable enough to talk to them. Because it's not just knowing the information, but when stuff happens, when stuff gets a little like, I don't
overwhelmed,
know nobody this.
Yes.
So I can still talk to my mother and my father about it. Like, even if it's gonna be an uncomfortable conversation, when not weird, but like when I started, it was like, what's this? Like, what is the, And when I spoke to my parents about it, it was like, you're gross. But they was able to help me to understand, like, this is a normal body thing, and like work through it. It prepared me for sex. It prepared me. Then they knew they had to talk to me about certain things. So just having that open forum where your kids can talk to you, I think is very important. And I try to talk to my daughter, but she's a little too open. But I get that from my we too open.
But like you said, it's starting earlier and earlier, so you get it. Like my granddaughter, I love her because she's 12. My youngest daughter that was just on here. That's why I said I was the connection could have stayed because we could have all had this conversation. But my oldest granddaughter, who's that coming back? That's April. Okay. When she started mental, like you said, she was able to come to me and her mother, but she was ready. She knew what it was.
Right.
Because she always kept saying, I need a pad. And I was like, we was like, for what? She was ready. She was ready. You know what I'm saying? So she knew to prepare herself early.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
My grandbaby's 5. I can't even think about that right now. Oh,
but see, that's what we kept saying. But yeah. But see, it's like
stuff happens to your body at a certain time, and you're gonna see soon. It's gonna be happening to you too. She's like,
oh man,
yes, because that's what they ask you. Why you having a diaper, and you be like, baby, it's not a diaper, so you gotta explain out what it is.
Why are you bleeding? Are you hurt? Like
yes. So she said Band-Aid at first when she seen a little one. So no, I explained to her what it was. So you got to tell them, because when you take them in the bathroom with you, you're actually teaching them what it is. So if that's a boundary, but kids like to go in the bathroom with you. So if they continually go, that's the boundary that you try to set, but you got to teach them at that point, because you can't keep pushing them away, because that's how little girls learn to clean themselves and prepare themselves. So you're teaching them at that point. So it's like, what kind of boundaries do these parents that you see these other kids outside doing stuff? What are they setting, or what kind of life goals?
They're scared. They think, some people think if they don't talk about it, it's not going to happen.
But it's
a lot of people I know, because they didn't talk to them about it or they wasn't exposed to it, it was so scary. It's so
yes.
It's really nothing. It's nothing.
Yes.
But it made it scary because they didn't know what was going on, how, why. Like,
their reaction was so like a panic. It was like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. So it's like, no, your life is not falling apart. Your life is coming into play.
Well,
like you're growing.
Like when you're going through puberty and you start getting like, horny and different stuff, you may think you're a pervert. Like one day I was looking at, boys or whatever, like with no problem, and now I'm looking at them like, whoa.
Like what is this? Like, oh, I like you. Like, yeah.
Nothing like that last year when we was in, when we was in 5th grade, he wasn't looking like that. But now I'm in 8th grade. I'm like, whoa, he look a little different now.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
Somebody talk to you about puberty and your hormones, because I didn't. My mother didn't know about like hormones and stuff. She knew about periods, but she didn't know about hormones. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what is this feeling that I'm having?
Like, here's another stage to that is the boundary of, why did they take sex education out of school when we needed health and sex education? We need that.
Take it out. I mean, I don't know.
It's the way they set it up.
They had They had dildos, they were all types of stuff. I left high school.
And that's the good thing. Now everything is online. That is so true. That's good.
Yep, they access everything online. But they
Everything is
did.
online. They
They
know a
took.
little too much.
They took out. I can't hear you, April.
She said you got to cut it in half because everything is online.
Exactly, but the thing is, it's all watered down. Meaning they're getting part of the lesson, and the parents have to explain it to them.
You definitely want to explain it to them because
They have to explain it to them because they're like, I saw this, but I don't understand what it means. You know what I'm saying?
And what does it mean emotionally?
Right, because they can't. They're not developed enough to understand in their minds what is going on with the process.
Exactly.
So the boundaries are: do I expose my kids to this? Because everything right now is on the phone. So right now, my granddaughter is probably on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And what she's learning on TikTok is not the full lesson.
Right.
It's the watered down version.
Right.
So my thing is the exposure.
Right.
What you say, April? How do I know that for sure?
What's the watered down version?
Yes. It's why I say what. This is why I say watered down, because watered down version to me is like it's there like a drink. It's the drink. They put the alcohol there, but in the bar they've got the alcohol, and to stretch it, they put water in it so that it can last.
Okay, but I don't understand what you're saying though.
The lesson watered down because it's the lesson in itself, but it's watered down because it's not the whole lesson. They're not getting the full. They're not getting the full experience of learning a lesson because it's not broken down the way they need it to be broken down. Because they see somebody else doing it. It's not the way we learned it from our grandparents and our parents, or from the teacher the way they taught it step by step. It's not necessarily the full part of it. You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I think it's something for some people. They ain't got no fucking life.
Right. So they're learning it.
Like that. Those are my couch potatoes that make the kids real stupid. I hear my granddaughter, she's on TikTok, but she don't want that. I'm sorry. And a lot of perverts on that shit ain't the.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So.
Some type of app where you could
Right.
I'm like, well, how you do that?
Right, so it's perversion there in it. So it's not fully what they're supposed to be learning. So they have questions there. So that's why I said there's a boundary should be there when it comes to teaching stuff and learning stuff from there. So that's why I say it's watered down, and it might be detrimental to them instead of something that they could completely learn. And instead of them having to ask, they just follow what they see.
You're absolutely right, because they had a news the other day how this little boy's being catfished because he took an inappropriate picture from somebody who was a girl, and there was a dude, and he was going to put his pictures online and everywhere, and he paid them up. Right.
Nobody knows.
Wow.
Right, and nobody knows. But it's out there. But it's all out there.
That's crazy.
Because once they get, and then when they get captured or something don't go wrong, then they commit suicide, they kill themselves, so that's sad.
Exactly. So now you understand what I'm saying. These kids should not be subjected to that. They need to get the full understanding before they're taught or being able to see that.
That's each individual parent and each individual household. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's why I said the boundaries need to be there, because everything's supposed to be age appropriate. But if these kids can get access to it and put a different age in there and just go on another account, that's not fair, because that's watered down. Right.
You don't know. These kids be having them, girl.
Yeah, and it's unfair. It's unfair because a lot of the times, a sometimes the parents are unaware because they don't check. Just like the little girl, was a little girl dancing on TikTok, and her mother sitting on the toilet.
Her mother was sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, using the toilet. The little girl was doing a TikTok. She was about 3 years old, and her mother was sitting there on the toilet while she doing a TikTok.
What you mean they was videotaping the mother on the toilet while this little
The mother was in the background on the toilet, and the girl was in front of the bathroom doing a TikTok.
She recording the video. They don't know the baby recording the video. She on the toilet.
Oh, yeah, because you figure them 2 and 3 year olds don't know how to do it, but they know how to do it.
Yes, that's what we're saying. And she was on her account. The little girl was on her own little account, but because her mother wanted her near her, she didn't realize that her daughter's recording a TikTok while she's on the toilet.
And then posted it.
Right. It was being posted at the same time. It was live. It was live, just like we are.
That's a shame.
And this is what I'm talking about, the watered down experience and what is the boundary, because we try to set it where our kids could know and understand, but then we can't do so much because it's all watered down. Right. Yeah. So where are the boundaries right there? Where are the boundaries? What about somebody's privacy? What about the privacy? What about what's going on? Like, who syndicates all of this?
Yeah, this conversation, like you said, this conversation can go on for a long time, but ladies, we are almost out of time. And I do want to talk a little bit about Season with Sisters. I want to talk a little bit about that.
Yes, the show.
Yeah, the Season with Sisters. Okay. No, because Season with Sisters basically is going to be an offshoot of Talking with Tam, and Tisha Williams is going to be the host of it, and it's going to be played once a month, and we're just going to be talking like this. This was basically a sneak peek, just ladies talking about topics. And anybody could come.
So welcome to Season of Sisters, everybody.
Welcome to Season of Sisters.
This is a sneak peek of the show. Welcome to my show.
Yes. So this is going to be a co-host. So now look, 8 Cycles of Wellness is growing, so we have Talking with Tam, where I'm going to be doing interviews with folks. And just talking about topics that are, pressing, but those are more or less going to be focused on the 8 cycles. And today I know we did something focused on the 8 cycles, so we did like a little double dipping. And but now we're also going to have Season with Sisters.
Season with Sisters.
We don't have to necessarily stay on the 8 cycles of wellness topics. We can just talk about anything, ladies. Just what we want to talk about.
Life topics and what's happening. And things that things that's happening in everyday life, current events, our children, our relationships, what's going on with you today, and dropping the tea. Just dropping the tea, period.
With tea.
Yeah.
Of course,
you are always welcome to come on the show, my darling. Yes, but the thing is, we have to just be mindful.
They are me and I am them, let me tell you.
Yes.
Listen.
And this show could happen at any time of the day, so don't be surprised if we call you at bedtime. Yes, we love bedtime tea.
Bedtime. I ain't got a bedtime.
That's called iced tea.
Yeah, at nighttime it's called the iced tea. So what are you doing at bedtime? At bedtime is anytime. So we gonna catch you in the curlers and the rollers and stuff. Yes, I love that nighttime talk.
That's right. So it could be iced tea with tea. We don't know. We gonna call it something. But either way, it's Season with Sisters, and it's gonna be once a month. And we're gonna have our double co-host, our host and our host and our co-host. We're going to have Tisha Williams and we're going to have April Thompson, and they will be hosting our show. And you'll see me in there periodically. But you got a little taste of what it's gonna be. We just gonna be chit-chatting, ladies, talking about stuff and getting all down to the nitty-gritty.
Yep.
All right.
No specific topics. It's gonna be a topic, but no specific order. We just gonna have fun.
Yes.
So come in and join us.
Yes, and so you'll get the notifications and everything like that. But I want to thank everyone that came on the show today. And if I didn't,
yes, thank y'all for coming. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate your input. You know, show up on the show, okay? It's Season of Sisters, but the brothers are welcome.
All right.
Exactly.
Bring a friend.
So many friends.
Yes.
I need subscribers, people. I need subscribers.
Yes, I need subscribers. This is for our new show. It's once a month for now, but guess what? It could go further.
Listen, we never know. But remember to click your like button,
like and subscribe,
your share button, your settlers button, all those buttons. I like all those buttons. Click all those buttons, and we will definitely see you soon. But remember, subscribe so that you don't miss anything, because you never know what's going to happen on my channel, child.
All right.
So listen,
and keep it seasoned. Keep it seasoned this week.
Keep it
Have
seasoned,
a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Let my